London, 1815. In England's high society, a woman's entire future depends on one thing: marriage. Every year during the social season, noble families bring their daughters to glittering ballrooms, hoping to secure powerful husbands before gossip destroys their reputation. And no gossip is more dangerous than the words written by the mysterious Lady Ravenmore. Nobody knows who she is, but everyone fears her. Dearest readers, London's finest families are once again pretending to be perfect. How delightful. The Grand Palace doors open as noble daughters begin their royal presentations before Queen Catherine. The Blackwood sisters go first. It immediately becomes a disaster. One trips on her dress, another nearly faints from her corset. The Queen looks painfully unimpressed. Then the room falls silent. Lady Amelia Everton steps forward, elegant, graceful, beautiful enough to make the entire court stare. The Queen smiles for the first time all evening and places a diamond bracelet around Amelia's wrist. England has found its diamond. That single sentence changes Amelia's life overnight. By the next morning, every nobleman in London wants her hand in marriage. Well, almost every man, because her older brother Sebastian Everton personally scares away every suitor who comes near her. At the first royal ball of the season, Amelia dances politely with rich lords while Sebastian watches every movement like a guard dog. One man refuses to leave her alone. Lord Whitmore of older, creepy, desperate for a young wife. Amelia finally escapes him by sneaking into the palace garden maze. But while turning a corner, she crashes directly into a stranger. A tall man dressed completely in black, sharp jawline, cold eyes, dangerously handsome. Duke Lucien Ashford, the most desired bachelor in England. Lucien instantly assumes Amelia is another spoiled noblewoman trying to trap a duke. Amelia thinks he's arrogant. Their conversation turns sarcastic within seconds, yet neither of them walks away. Before things can continue, Sebastian arrives and immediately becomes tense seeing Lucien near his sister. Clearly, these two men know each other and hate each other. Later that night, Lord Whitmore corners Amelia alone in the dark garden path. He grabs her wrist aggressively and demands she marry him. Amelia panics. Suddenly, Lucien appears and punches Whitmore directly into the fountain. The sound of screaming nobles echoes across the garden. Everyone stares. The scandal spreads instantly. To stop society from ruining Amelia's reputation, Lucien proposes something shocking: a fake courtship. If London believes the Duke of Ashford desires Amelia, every other man will suddenly want her too. And Lucien? He will finally escape the mothers constantly chasing him with their daughters. Amelia agrees. Together they walk back into the ballroom. Then they dance. The entire room watches silently. And somewhere in London, Lady Ravenmore begins writing. One dance has changed the entire season. The next few weeks become absolute chaos. Every newspaper talks about Amelia and Lucien. Every noblewoman envies her. Every man suddenly competes for her attention. But fake feelings slowly become real, at least for Amelia. Lucien, however, refuses to let himself fall in love, because he carries a terrible secret. Years ago, Lucien's father emotionally destroyed him. As a child, Lucien struggled with severe anxiety and a speech problem. His father considered him weak and worthless. Only Lucien's aunt, Lady Evelyn, ever protected him. When Lucien's father died, his final words were not love, not regret, only commands about producing heirs and continuing the family bloodline. That day, Lucien made a vow. The Ashford name dies with me. He secretly decides never to have children, never to love, never to build a family. Meanwhile, Amelia begins dreaming about Lucien constantly. She rejects proposal after proposal, hoping he will finally confess his feelings. But before Lucien can act, the Queen introduces her nephew to society. Prince Adrian of Austria. Young, elegant, royal, and searching for a wife. The Queen personally introduces him to Amelia. London immediately assumes a royal engagement is coming. Lucien watches helplessly as the prince grows closer to her at every event. Jealousy slowly destroys him. One evening during a carriage ride, Lucien realizes Amelia knows almost nothing about intimacy or desire. Shocked by her innocence, he gently explains romance and physical passion to her. That night, Amelia cannot stop thinking about him. Meanwhile, Prince Adrian prepares to propose. Lady Evelyn warns Lucien, if you lose this girl, you will regret it forever. But Lucien believes loving Amelia would only ruin her future, so he decides to leave London forever. The night before his departure, Prince Adrian finally proposes at the palace. Amelia almost says yes, but before answering, she runs into the rainy palace garden. Lucien follows her. The emotions they've buried for months finally explode. They argue, cry, confess their feelings, then kiss passionately beneath the storm. Unfortunately, Sebastian witnesses everything. Furious, he challenges Lucien to a duel duel at sunrise. The next morning pistols are raised in an empty field outside London. Fog covers the ground. Tension fills the air. Just before the duel begins, Amelia arrives on horseback screaming for them to stop. The distraction causes both shots to miss, but another disaster appears. A servant secretly saw the kiss in the garden. If society learns about it, Amelia's reputation will be destroyed forever. Sebastian demands marriage immediately. Lucien finally reveals his secret. I cannot give her children, but Amelia chooses him anyway. London explodes after Amelia rejects a prince for a duke. The Queen feels personally insulted. Lady Ravensmore's newest scandal paper becomes the most talked about publication in England. Still, after political pressure and desperate apologies, the Queen reluctantly approves the wedding. The ceremony is magnificent, golden chandeliers, royal musicians, thousands of candles. Amelia looks breathtaking in silver diamonds. Lucien cannot stop staring at her. For one brief moment, everything feels perfect. After the wedding, the couple travels toward Ashford Castle for their honeymoon. Heavy rain forces them to stop at a countryside inn. Away from London, away from gossip, they finally become truly intimate. Amelia believes she has found her forever love. But happiness never lasts long in London society. At Ashford Castle, Amelia notices something strange. Every time they become intimate, Lucien deliberately prevents pregnancy. At first Amelia does not understand. Then her maid secretly explains the truth about marriage and children. And suddenly Amelia realizes something horrifying. Lucien lied. He can have children. He simply refuses to. The betrayal destroys her. Their marriage begins falling apart. They sleep in separate rooms, speak coldly at dinner, pretend to smile in public. Meanwhile, another scandal erupts. Clara Monroe, cousin of the Blackwood family, secretly becomes engaged to Amelia's younger brother Elliot Everton. But Clara is hiding a terrible truth. She is pregnant with another man's child. Only Lydia Blackwood knows, and Lydia has her own secret. She is hopelessly in love with Elliot herself. Then Lady Ravensmore exposes Clara's pregnancy publicly. London explodes again. Elliot's heart shatters. Yet when Clara admits the truth, Elliot confesses he would have married her anyway if she had simply trusted him. At the same time, Sebastian begins a dangerous affair with a famous married opera singer, and Amelia secretly starts investigating Lady Ravensmore's identity. The final royal ball of the season finally arrives. Every family attends. Every secret begins collapsing at once. Clara learns the father of her child died in war. Heartbroken, she leaves London forever with the soldier's honorable brother. Sebastian's affair becomes public. The Queen turns against the Everton family, and Amelia finally uncovers the truth behind Lady Ravensmore. The mysterious gossip writer is Lydia Blackwood, the quiet, invisible girl nobody ever noticed. She created the scandal empire because society treated women like decorations instead of human beings. Meanwhile, Lucien finally confronts his childhood trauma. For years he blamed his dead father. For years he punished himself. But in reality, he only pushed away the woman he truly loved. At the grand finale ball, Lucien walks across the ballroom while everyone watches silently. He kneels before Amelia and says, "I spent my entire life trying to destroy my father's legacy, but nearly destroyed my own happiness instead." Tears fill Amelia's eyes. Lucien takes her hand gently. "If love still remains between us, may we begin again?" The ballroom falls silent. Then slowly, Amelia smiles and takes his hand. As music rises across the palace, Lady Ravensmore writes her final words of the season. In a world built on secrets, perhaps love itself is the greatest scandal of all.